Hi guys, today I'm making coconut pen pasta. I call this meal cheap luxury because it passes off as one of those 20k plus meals that you will get in a fine dining restaurant, and cheap because it is totally inexpensive to put together. My name is Ehi and you are welcome to my kitchen. I'm using chicken breast for this, but you can always opt for any protein of choice. I season that with some ginger powder, garlic powder, Cajun Spice, some hot black pepper and some seasoning, and I give that a good mix. Now you can leave this to marinate for a bit, or you can just get into the cooking process immediately. In a pot of hot boiling water, I added in my pen pasta, give that a quick mix to prevent it from sticking together, and I covered the pot and allowed this cook for about 6 minutes. When making pasta, I like to leave my pot slightly open to prevent the pasta liquid from spilling and then creating a mess all over the pot and over my cooker. This had been cooking for 6 minutes and I gave it another good mix to ensure that it is not sticky and it cooks evenly. And then I covered it up and allowed it cook for another 4 minutes until it was cooked al dente. After my extra 4 minutes, this was properly cooked and I took it off the heat and strained out the liquid. In a pot, I added in some unsalted butter. You can make use of a pan or a skillet for this, but I just preferred using a pot. I added in my marinated chicken and I'm going to cook that until it is nice, tender and brown. At this point, my chicken was nice and brown as I like it. If you like yours a bit darker, you may want to leave it to fry for longer. In the butter I used in cooking my chicken, I added some chopped onions, sauteed that for a bit, then I went in with some chopped green Scotch bonnet peppers and let that fry for a bit as well. After about a minute, I went in with some ginger and garlic paste, mixed that all up, then I added some seasoning and gave that a good mix to ensure that it was all brotherly. After which, I went in with my store-bought coconut milk. I personally like to use some of the pasta liquid to rinse off my tin, and I highly recommend that you use store-bought coconut milk for this recipe. I added some black pepper for extra spice and flavor, and I covered that up and allowed it to come to a boil. Once this had come to a boil, I added in my already cooked pasta and I gave that a generous mix. Guys, can you see how luxurious this looks? This is a luxury at its peak. At this point, I like to add in some coconut flavor for that extra aroma because my neighbors shouldn't be able to breathe properly when I'm cooking. Then I'll cover that up and allow it cook on medium heat for about 3 minutes. After about 3 minutes, I like to give this a quick mix to ensure that this is evenly cooked. Then I cover up and allow it cook in its juices on low heat for another 2 minutes. At this point, guys, food is ready, but I like to add a little bit of lemon juice for that extra tinge. This is just about preference for me because I like to do too much. But if you try it my way, trust me, you will look for me and dash me money. I served this with the chicken breast that we fried earlier and some parsley flakes. Guys, it was so good. This is what I call cheap luxury. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment. Bye.